Wob wob, this is my intro. Wob wob.
What's good, YouTube? Easy now, 1337 aka Snow here today to give a sort of mini review about Destiny. It's not kind of a review, but just talking about what the game is, because I see so many people complaining about how the campaign's too short, etc. The game's too short, you finish it in a day, etc, etc. This is not a Halo game. This is not Halo, this is not Borderlands 2. It may have mannerisms of those games, but this game fundamentally is an MMO RPG. Now, if you've never played an MMO RPG before, something like World of Warcraft, you will not understand the concept of end game content and what end game is. And basically, once you finish the campaign, and I do agree that it's short, but it's not so short that I will complain about it, because there's a lot of content during the story mission to do. When you hit level 20, when you reach the end of the campaign, that is when Destiny actually starts as a game. Now people will be like, huh, there's nothing to do. There is everything to do. As well as going into free roam patrol missions and finding chests, materials like Spirit Bloom, public events, raising your reputation during the free roam missions. As well as that, there's also Crucible that you can play, Vanguard Strike missions, raids, daily bounties you need to do, raising your reputation with each faction as well separately, finding gold chests, finding dead ghosts to awaken. I know they're not like story or game impacted, but you know, it's still fun to go out and find those things. And then you can also go through the entire campaign again on harder difficulties, heroic difficulties, etc., and other strike missions, doing them on higher levels to increase your chance to get better armor and better weapons, better rarer weapons. So say you've got all green armor, your goal is to get blue armor or blue weapons, and then when you've got the blue stuff, your goal is to get exotic and legendary, which is purple items. And then once you get those, increasing those by doing the higher level raids. But so you've got purple items already, but they may be low level purple items. So then you go and do the higher level raids and you get better purple items for your character and level him up through light levels. And this is what people fail to see. The game, when it hits 20, is a grind, but it's a fun grind. They've introduced a game where repetitive grinds aren't that taxing, they aren't that challenging, they aren't too brutal on you as a person. I remember when I used to play World of Warcraft, I would sit for 24 hours straight doing the same raid over and over again, or the same daily instance I should say, over and over again, or instances over and over again, and I would kill myself to do it, and I would rarely get anything at all. So this game is not a, you know, not a campaign mission like Halo and then you go and play the multiplayer separately. This is not a loot and shoot like Borderlands. Yes, they have aspects of those games in this, but this is an MMO RPG where you spend daily over and over again doing the same things, grinding the same things. And I think that's where it falls down for a lot of people, because A, they probably don't like that sort of game, and B, they don't realise that that's what type of game this is. So people who have, you know, gave up on the game already, giving it bad reviews, trading it in, etc., you've done it too soon. You haven't given the game enough time. You haven't figured out what the game's about before you get rid of it. And I know that doesn't count. I mean, there's going to be some people who just don't like the game. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But there's people who dislike the game for the wrong reasons, because they don't realise what the game actually is. And I love Destiny. Yes, the campaign mission was a little bit short. I can agree. I can really, truly agree with that. I think they should have put more on Modz, because it seems like halfway through Modz they just kind of got bored and was like, alright, let's end it here and then throw a couple of extra missions on top that don't really mean anything. So I reckon they could have really done more than that. The daily bounties and such things and the shaders you can get, they really need to change those around every now and again, because I'm getting the same sort of things every single time, and the shaders haven't changed at all since the day of release. And you know, little things like that need to be worked on just to make the game more enjoyable. Going out and doing public events, they really need to introduce more public events, because I think there's about 4 basic ones at the moment. So you know, you get like a horde wave mode where you have to protect, you have to chase down someone and kill them, things of that nature. It's rinse and repeat. And although that's what the MMO is, and I've just said that's what the game is, they could have more variations of public events for people to enjoy. And multiplayer itself, this is where the game will fall down for a lot of people, because there's probably a lot of Call of Duty kids who have gone over to play it, and there's probably a lot of Halo people who have gone over to play it and thinking it's just Halo, but it's not. It's sort of a mixture of the both, because I absolutely hated Halo in the way that worked. Like, I can't say I didn't play it. I played the shit out of it, but I didn't like it. I played it because my friends were playing it. And Call of Duty, as you know, it's what my channel's based around. I love Call of Duty, and I feel that Destiny is somewhere slap bang in the middle. Now, does multiplayer have its issues? Yes, it does. Overpowered fusion rifles. People just resorting to using specials to finish people off. It's highly irritating and frustrating gameplay, but once you play the game over and over again, multiplayer over and over again, and you get used to how people play, you can actually take advantage of people. Yes, it's very disheartening when you're on when you tear through 4 or 5 people and then someone just turns a corner with a charged fusion rifle and puts you down. It's so disheartening, but I would take that any day over the crap that comes with Call of Duty. Because although fusion rifles are ridiculous that you can hit fire with them from across the map and even hit people, but you know, from across a room you can kill people with hip fire and it charges quick. I would take that any day. Any day, I would love that to the end of the world in comparison to what Call of Duty has brought the past couple of years. So, and I know I shouldn't directly compare it to Call of Duty, but you know, it's my reference point because I play Call of Duty a lot. So, Destiny all round for me is a great game. Yes, there's little subtleties that they need to work on, and they really need to overhaul the multiplayer system, like etc., like specials being used. What I believe they should do is, for specials, it shouldn't graduate over time, because you can sit there for 4 minutes and your special will grow. It should be based on getting kills. It should be like a kill streak reward. The more kills you get, the more chance you get of your supercharge. Like, it will build up your supercharge bar. That's how I feel they should do it, because then that stops shit kids waiting for their supercharge to charge and then using it on one person from behind, you know what I mean? Or, you know, you destroying them and they just turn on you and hit the floor with their special. That will prevent that to some extent, because people aren't just waiting for their supercharge to build up. With fusion rifles, I don't think it needs a buff on anything except the time between you can shoot. So say you fire one group of bursts and then you can instantly basically fire another one. So if they extend that time between shots and shots, then you could get away with it. A little bit more recoil maybe on the spray so that you can't get all 4 or 5 shots on somebody. And the big thing for me is vehicles. So I understand vehicles need to be in a game like Control, where you chase down flags and, you know, the maps are pretty huge. I understand vehicles in that, and I can sort of accept them in that. But there's no way in hell vehicles should be in Team Deathmatch. And there's no way in hell they should spawn at the start of the damn game and be there ready for people to get. It's so frustrating seeing someone getting one of the interceptor tanks and just staying it until they get 6-7 kills until someone finally blows them up. It's so irritating. What they should do, because of the fact that you have no heavy ammo from the start of the game, they should spawn... Okay, let's put it this way. So heavy ammo spawns, let's say, about 4 minutes into the map. Vehicles shouldn't spawn until 2 minutes into the map. They shouldn't be there bang at the start. They should spawn in 2 minutes after you got. So it could come up saying interceptor incoming, instead of them being there at the start for people to abuse when there's nothing you can do about it, because you don't have any heavy ammo yet to be able to take them out that thing, unless you've got a lucky sniper precision shot, or you know, you get 4 or 5 people shooting the same person. But even then they can get out of it. So vehicles are highly frustrating, and it's one of the things that really make me hate this game. But all the good things about this game that I love, all the things that I spoke about in this commentary, you know, like the loot and shoot aspect, the grinding, all that stuff, and getting better items and emblems and armor, I love all that stuff. It's perfect for me. So that negates anything negative for me, because I can get past it because of how good and enjoyable the game is. So if you haven't played Destiny yet and you know what end game content is like, this may be a good game for you. If you're looking for a Halo campaign shooter, you're not going to get it. It's as simple as that. So that is my thoughts on Destiny. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. Leave a like and a favourite, some comments, some feedback. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, in the video description. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace!